Alright, today we're going to be checking out the new Creature Park as well as the new legacy controls that have been added into Session. So anyone that's played Session before knows that you currently control the skater using both sticks. And what I mean by that is you don't steer with one stick and flip trick with the other. You use one as like your back foot or your front foot, and that's how you perform the trick. So it requires both sticks in order to pull off a trick, and then you also have the triggers in which you use to navigate your skater around. I think it was really smart of all these games that are coming out to try to come up with something new that's not exactly like EA Skate. Okay. For the sake of making a game that's unique, you don't want to be considered someone that just fills in a gap because another company doesn't want to do something. You really want to reach out of the bag, reach into the bag rather, and try to make something completely your own. And I love Session. I was an early adopter to it when it came onto Steam Early Access, and I was there for all the, initial bugs and everything like that, and I still was rather impressed. Now, when I first played this game, a while back, I played the original demo. Now, this was prior to the release of the early access, and I actually didn't like the demo, I'll be honest. I thought that the game looked weird, and the animations weren't that great, and the way that your skater kind of was like hunchbacked, just really didn't enjoy that. But I gotta say, I gotta give credit where credit's due. This game is phenomenal. It's not even a full release. They've put a ton of work into updating the game itself and adding more content to it, but it's amazing. If I were to put this in comparison to like what I had hopes for something like a Skate 4, I would say that this exceeded every expectation I would have for that, and it's not even a complete game. It does lack some features. For me personally, as someone that skates transition a lot in real life, if this game or any of the other games that are coming out right now in the sim skateboarding world don't add transition skating, I'm going to be a little brokenhearted, just because to me that's where I really enjoy it. But I understand it's probably not the easiest thing to implement as far as like physics and stuff goes. But yeah, so now we have a select map category in our pause menu here, so we can just hold this and then we can go straight away and be right into new map. This was an early Kickstarter backer park that they had available for the game, but then they have built upon it since then and then released it as like a full map. And I think it's awesome. It's cool because it still exists in the world of the whole map. Even though you can fast travel to it, you can walk up to it in the Brooklyn Banks and enter it that way. And I just think that's awesome. This is going to be more of like a commentary video, I should probably add. It's not going to be so much me just trying to get tricks. I know Night Speeds is a great channel if you want to watch content where he just really does a good overview, but then really gives a full hard out session into the new parts of the game. I'll be doing a mixed bag of both, I would assume, but alright. Let's get a few tricks like this, and then let's go into the legacy controls. I should probably also add, there has been a few small hotfix patches that have come out since the original release of the legacy controls, so this will be showcasing with that. That's pretty cool. I gotta learn how to use this replay editor as well. I am honestly garbage with it. Alright, so if you go over to options and gameplay, there's input mode. Now I play with front foot, back foot, and it describes it here as the left stick represents the foot in the front and the right stick is in the back. There's left foot and right foot, Jesus, can't talk, that will, I believe, reverse as your rotation changes and your stance changes. And now legacy. One thing to keep in mind when you put it on legacy mode, at least the way that it was originally, it made it go into like easier grinds mode. So you had like your laid back grinds mode. Oh my god, my brain just wants to use the triggers to steer so bad that I can't time anything now. Looks like the input speed is a little different too as far as how flip tricks go. This game is fully tweakable though, so anything that doesn't work for you, particularly as a player, you can change. So you go to flip tricks, input speed, you could just do auto, see how that works. See, that seems a little more easy to at least flip into grind. Oof. That felt pretty good. What the hell happened there? Yeah, you know, it's funny, after playing the game with its default controls, it just feels a lot easier. I feel like I keep trying to use the left stick to do my tricks, and then I end up turning a funky way or something like that. Oh, let's get some good body rotation tricks. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's nice. Go for like an... Okay. Looks like he rotates a little too easy with the left stick, at least for my liking. Oh. I know that before the hotfix, I was having trouble doing things like varials. I wonder if that's improved yet. It seems almost impossible to do a varial flip. Oh, there we go. Let's try doing like a switch tray or something. Okay, not bad. You know, it's funny, even with the original skate games, I skate regular in real life, and I always felt like the controls for the game with a goofy skater just came to be more natural for me, which is kind of weird to think about. It's like my brain on an actual skateboard works one way. I don't know, maybe it's because you're like observing your character? I don't really know. A little weird. So we do a nollie heel nose slide. Oh man, it seems so hard to pop nollie for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Okay, timing was awful with that, but that's my fault. Not gonna blame the game for that. Whoa. Little Smith action. How did that actually look? Let's go back to replay editor. Oh my god, look at his legs. Like a little sex change in the middle. See, the bugs in this game aren't game breaking to me. I don't find it to be offensive or anything like that. Anything that would off-put me. I will be honest, I own this and Skater XL, and I prefer this 10 times to Skater XL. I know people like Night Speeds, they stream both games and they praise both, and I'm not trying to shit on the devs of Skater XL by any means. For me, I can't get over the character animations, and it's got like this weird oily look to the whole world. Like, I don't know. I know that's just graphics and things like that, but your skater almost just doesn't seem as fluid. This game, to me, captures it a lot better. I forgot to use the left stick again there. It's funny how your brain just completely gets used to something within like 10 seconds, I feel like. Pop out, pop out. Oh. Can you imagine that anxiety in real life just kind of slowing down, not wanting to fall? Look, the board's kind of floating there. Anyway. Oh, I never even thought to skate this double stair like this. And into the rubble. What if we got kickflip, nose grind, some sort of revert trick? Oh, Timing's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to roll real slow. Oh, we can do it. Oh man. Oh, too redundant. I want to do kickflip, nollie flip. Oh, I got it. I got the idea. Ready? Nah. I don't think that looked quite as cool as I wanted it to. The other thing this game has that I love is the ability to change which angle your character's standing at, and then also the custom camera angle option that they added to this game is amazing, because I know that I actually enjoy my custom profile quite a lot more than any of the preset ones. I'm not sure why that is, what I like about the most. I think it's because my character's a little more centered, so he's not all to one side, because then I can't pay attention to things in my peripheral quite as much as I'd like. We get both? I'd like to get good at this game, but I swear I'm just never gonna. Here we go. There's no way. So sketchy. Bigger flip. That's always something I've always wanted to learn in real life. Big flips, especially fakey big flips, weren't too bad. But I like any trick that has a good body rotation to it. I think one of my favorite transition tricks to this day is still switch 270 feeble. Just because you really gotta fling yourself to get back up on that coping.